Hey, back with you again. Now, before I get started, there'll be profanity in this video. Already gave you the description right then and there, and it's also going to be in the description box where I give you the warning as well because there'll be profanity. So I know I'm a wee bit late on this, been busy, but you know what? I did say I was going to talk about this case, but at first I said I was going to do a three-part series, but nah, I'll just do a two-part series talking about this rotten motherfucker, this no good white supremacist devil has been sent back to hell. Hell was executed by lethal injection because this devil was the ringleader that conspired that did the premeditated murder and lynching of the late James Byrd Jr. As you can see this picture, this is the victim that you see, and this brother was, as those of you remember, was tied to the back of a truck and was dragged to death to a point his body was mutilated, and his body was so mutilated so bad, that they had to put him in two separate caskets. That's how bad it was. So this devil and and the two minions, the one on the left was already executed like about 4 or 5 years ago, named Lawrence Russell Brewer, and who was also sentenced to be sent back to hell. But Sean Allen Berry got a life sentence, but got a life sentence, but that fucker's not getting out anytime soon at all. So, as you know, he no, and and then also what they said about what was his reaction when he was going to get sent back to hell. Turns out, from what I learned, before this devil met its fate to be sent back to hell, that the devil by the name that thing called John William King, cried like a little bitch before getting executed. And to top that, and if you're wondering, oh, this demon was spending nice, comfy years in prison, remember all these years was that this devil kept on fighting for, to appeal this this demon meeting its fate? Well, turns out this devil's life in prison was a living hell, and I'm glad it was. Turns out this devil end up tooting that ass up in prison. So this devil ran to some Felice Johnsons that took his booty, and this devil fucking deserves it because of considering what the fuck this demon did, an innocent man, murdered James Byrd Jr. just for being black, and that's the fuck it. And also what this demon did after it that it and its minions did after murdering James Byrd Jr. spread the victim's body parts everywhere and put the victim's head at a black cemetery, specifically a black cemetery, to send a warning that they will lynch more innocent black people in the town of Jasper. This fucker was nothing but a fucking terrorist. That this devil and its minions, they were just nothing but fucking terrorists. But you know what? But just hearing this devil crying like a bitch is music to my fucking ears. So I'm like, huh? Where were those tears when the moment you thought about you went when you murdered James Byrd Jr.? Oh yeah, know the fuck where. So I won't lie. When I heard this demon got executed, hey, ain't gonna lie. I know many other people out there was celebrating, including myself, was celebrating that this demon was gonna get sent back to hell. And to top that, even though a lot of people are saying the same thing that I would have said, like how this devil's execution should have been. It should have been a lethal injection. It should have been this demon should have been sent back to hell by getting chained up to a truck and dragged to fucking death on a dusty, bumpy, rock jagged country road to a point this devil's body parts were ripped the fuck up. Just the same way this devil murdered and lynched James Byrd. So that way, this deep devil will see how he would like them apples. And also that, like this, like I said, this case really, like I said, I remember this as a kid. I remember hearing it on the news, like the breaking news talking about this, and boy, it really scared the hell out of me. But it gave me the wake up call it did when I was a kid, knowing that the society was not is not post racial as lamestream media likes to make you think. And to top that, and I'm not gonna forget what happened to James Byrd for the rest of my life. And as you know, and thanks to this demon and its minions, for what the fuck they did to this innocent man. Guess what? Those you remember? I'll say I know some of you are familiar with Willie D. Well, before Willie D, became just Willie D. He was in a rap group called the Ghetto Boys, and with the murder of James Byrd, which inspired the Ghetto Boys. You see right here, there's Willie D on the right. Yep, Willie D, and the other two members of the Ghetto Boys inspired them to write a song to dedicate, in tribute of James Byrd, and also a huge fuck. James, what happened to James Byrd Jr., which was the song was called "An Eye for an Eye." So, and guess what? And when I heard this demon was getting executed, I played that song. I cranked it up to let them just my way of remember, like in tribute to James Byrd, and also like I'll fuck you and off to hell with you to this fucking devil and its minions. So all I gotta say is to Jane to to John William King. I'm sorry, to John William King. All I gotta say is rotten piss, rotten shit, rotten hell, and fuck you, you demonic fucking bastard. And as for James Byrd, may you rest in power.